What's up, everybody? I'm here with Terence Reilly from Aganorsa Leaf. Ready? Oh, flexing on them.
Double flex.
And we want to talk to you about something that's big. This is the size that shall not be named.
Correct.
This is the JFR Lunatic, a 10 by 100. Yes, I have smoked one. There is a video out there. You should check that out.
It's intimidating.
It's quite intimidating. I want to know why. Like, what came up with it? Like, who came up with this idea of, like, we need to use all of our tobacco we just grew to make one of these?
Why climb Kilimanjaro? Why go to the Arctic Circle? Why journey around the world in 80 days? Because it's there. Why not? That's really the real question.
You know, if you're going to go 180 days, you're probably going to need one of these to pass all that time.
Yeah, or maybe two.
Where does the name come from? Like how do you come up with a name like that?
Well, I mean, it's so big that it really, I mean, almost anything you would call it wouldn't really do it justice. So we just called it the size that will not be named, and a 10 by 100. You know, it's funny to see how people react to a cigar that size. In fact, it's funny how the industry has changed in a way, because there's a gentleman that he smokes one of these every day. And he goes, when I can't get one, I smoke the little one, and the little one is an 8 by 80. So that just shows you, when I first started in this business, people, if a 6 by 60, they were like, that's a tree trunk, nobody will smoke that. And now we got a 10 by 100, and the 880 is the little one.
And coming from a person who has been a huge cigar fanatic for years, thinking of like a cigar that's an 8 by 80, I mean, to me, this is a cigar that is potentially a little bit bigger than I would normally smoke.
Yeah.
And to think of like a 6 by 60 to an 8 by 80, and now a 10 by 100.
In fairness, it is tapered, so it probably tapers down to about an 85, at the tip. So,
well, that's fair.
Yeah, we're not totally lunatics.
So I guess a question I have is, one, do you ever plan on making bigger? I mean, will there be a 2 or 20 by 200? I mean, where's the limit? Like, where do you stop?
I think we've crossed the threshold with this, quite frankly. I don't have any plans to come out with anything beyond a 10 by 100. If you're not satisfied by that, I feel that there's no hope for you. That's as far as we can go.
I will say, coming from our business and being a person who does purchase a lot of the cigars for our business, I was a little hesitant on buying these at first, or I should say for our company to buy these, because in my mind, I could see people buying this more of like, I'm going to go buy this for Johnny because it's
a gag gift.
It's a gag gift for it. I did not expect it to blow up for us. I mean, we do sell a ton of these things, which does blow my mind. But then also, I think, all jokes aside, that goes to say, like, as to some people, something that could be kind of ridiculous, it's a very well-blended cigar. Being a person who smoked it, it burns great. The ash holds very well to it. The construction to it is great. Did you have any ideas, like, going into making something like this, like concerns of, like, issues with that?
Yeah, so I honestly, I cannot take even credit for this, because Max Fernandez, the owner's son, he wanted to do it. And I'm like, God, we have an 8 by 80. I mean, how much more cigar did they need, really, So I was, we did it as a limited run the first time around, and in worst case scenario, it wasn't going to, change the business one way or the other. And then they just flew out the door. And people smoke them, man. There's guys out there that this is their cigar. This is the cigar that they smoke, like nothing else. So
I mean, there is like a specialty of it, of course. Do you ever find, going back to like my previous question, would you find yourself making different like iterations of it, like a Corojo version, a Connecticut version?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, we found that like as you get to the bigger ring gauges, they prefer Maduro cigars. And then also, quite frankly, like Connecticut would be almost impossible to do this with. The wrappers would crack more often, and it's hard. This is actually a very difficult cigar to make. It needs a custom mold.
Imagine.
I mean, it uses, my joke at the trade show is that it takes a whole plant of tobacco to make this, and they would go, "Really?" I go, "No, but you believe me." But I think it's like 14 leaves in it or something like that. So it's a lot of tobacco. So it's actually quite difficult to make. Yeah, I feel that we found our niche with it. I think a Maduro 10 by 100. That's for that segment of the market. I don't know how much more we would get out of it by creating other variations of it and whatnot.
Well, let me ask, saying that this is taking up 14 leaves, just for the folks at home to understand, how many leaves does like your average Toro take up?
Yeah, so you have like a wrapper, you have a binder, and then 3, 4 fillers, maybe 5 at the most. So that's more than double the. And again, you need big leaves for this. So like the wrapper itself is hard to get, even in Maduro, because to cover a whole 10 by 100 is not. You can't use small leaves for that.
Well, I will say, you watching this video right now, I dare you to get one of these and smoke it. If you have smoked it, leave a comment below and let us know what your experience was with that.